Yep, that's right. You already know where you are. F1 P1 Life. I'm your host, Sean Kilburn. It's the Australian Grand Prix. Lights are on. Away we go. Alright, so as promised, I got a new format for this week. So I'm going to give a quick 2-minute recap on what happened over this weekend to bring us to this moment right here. Then I'll give a rundown on what happened in the race we just had. And then I'll give my reactions to it. So let's get started. All right, okay, so we are in Melbourne this weekend in Australia for the third Grand Prix of the 2022 season. Yeah, that's right. It is getting very interesting, folks. And this is, of course, the home race of Danny Rick. So very big shout out to him. Hope he does well. And we have 3 compounds, the C2, the C3, and the C5. Yeah, you got that right. Plus 4 DRS zones and a revised track. So it's going to be very interesting to see how well Charles Leclerc can do from pole. Yeah, that's right. He nabbed pole in Q3. And you can see all the stats here. And here we actually see an incident between Stroll and Latifi. And as much as you want to think that, oh, Latifi binned it again, you can see there that Stroll moved in and just messed the whole thing up. And yeah, just clipped Latifi, completely destroyed his car. Very unfortunate. And I don't know what else to say other than that. Now, Leclerc actually nabbed his flying lap right before the red flag. And of course, I'm showing Vettel because he had a little incident in FP3. And of course, then the Aston Martin team had to go try to fix the car. And you can see Mick here checking on his buddy. Always great to see. And yeah, Aston Martin team, big ups to them because they actually got him out for a flying lap. Now, Vettel wasn't able to make much of it. He did get up into P18, which is really great. Only a second off the pace with almost no time out. And yeah, another incident, we have Alonso lost the engine and just, now they're going to have to fix his car. Hamilton, however, he actually did all right. He was kind of struggling throughout, but on his last flying lap right before the end, yeah, you see that right. He nabbed P5. So that's pretty interesting. 2 Mercs definitely going to be battling for a potential podium. I called it. And yeah, it's going to be a great race. Now, Alonso was definitely in contention to be battling for a podium too with his lap. So it's very unfortunate what happened to his car. But this is going to be a great race. And of course, I'm going to discuss it all right now because it just happened. The Australian Grand Prix. Get ready, people. All right, so first things first. Charles Leclerc just took pole and then took the win with fastest lap. Yeah, that's right. That's how this race went, followed by Perez and followed by Russell. That's right. Russell got his first podium with Mercedes, and Mercedes got another podium, even though they are not with the greatest pace this season. It is a crazy season to start out. This race was phenomenal. A lot of action, a lot of things to unpack. So let's unpack it. Okay, so the first major news in this race, Carlos Sainz, yeah, my man, number 55, lost it in the first 2 laps. And yeah, just went and beached it, tried to get the marshals, or at least was asking the marshals to try to, give him a little push. But, it was properly beached and there was no coming back from that. Now, Hamilton had an awesome start. Got up into P3. Yeah, that's right. It was a really good start. And a little late on the brakes at turn 1, and that was all he needed to just get going. Now, what happened from there? Stroll pitted 2 laps in once Carlos Sainz had the yellow safety car going on. Pitted for mediums. And then he went and pitted for hards. That's right, back-to-back pits. And, their strategy was they were just going to try to go to the end. Now, back to Hamilton. He was trying to get past Perez, holding on to 4th with a pretty decent-sized DRS train. He gets within DRS and starts contesting Perez, and then Perez pitted. Hamilton then followed up and matched Red Bull, and the Mercs actually got their first 3-second sub pit stop, so that was pretty nice. He came out of the pits P5. Hamilton was coming back, and then Vettel lost it on a curb, lost his wing, then the wing took out the bottom of his car and he crashed. Yeah, that's right. It was pretty crazy. And that actually allowed Russell to pit. And guess what? That's where Russell gained a few positions and was able to keep P5. Yeah, that's right. With the brand new hard tires at lap 24. It was getting pretty wild at that point. So then you have Russell holding off Perez for a good time, even after team advisement of tire management over position. So yeah, I don't know what Russell took from that, but he was definitely not giving up that easy. And then at 39, Max DNFs with a fluid leak and then a fire. I mean, this race was just nonstop action. And then I had to double check at lap 47, seeing Albon. Yes, that's right, Albon at P7. Now, mind you, he didn't pit yet, but I'll get back to that. Oh, and by the way, at the same time, Latifi's in last place. Yeah, it is what it is, right? So, lots of midfield battles, but I will say the McLarens had a relatively calm, at least last third of the race, which I'm pretty sure they're not too upset with to be able to finish 5 and 6, Norris and Ricciardo. Yeah, that's a good, solid finish for the McLaren team. I told you, never doubt on them. They are definitely making some progress. And so, again, to finish, it was Leclerc, Perez, Russell, Albon nixed the last point. Yeah, that's right. He pitted right before the last lap, got some softs on, and he actually got that last point. So that was pretty crazy. This race was very good. Now, Leclerc, he even said in like the post-race, interview, this is the first time that Ferrari was able to really manage the pace. And you know where we heard that before, a lot of times with Mercedes being able to kind of manage that pace. So you could see Ferrari definitely has a chance to kind of run away with things, especially if they keep on the track that they're on and no one really makes any huge advances. But, you know, there's definitely some teams pushing, and I know Red Bull definitely has some pace, but they need to get their reliability together. So all in all, what a fantastic third race to the season. Leclerc is already pulled out, I think, about a 36-point lead, or just about. I'd have to go back and check, but, you know, he's definitely making a pretty decent gap. Now, mind you, there's still pretty much a whole season left. This season is 23 races, so, you know, it's not over by any means, but it's definitely looking good for Ferrari. And I definitely think Carlos Sainz needs to get back in the game. He does have some points, but if he wants to kind of be a contender, and if he still wants to have the Scuderia team, you know, backing him as much as they are backing Charles, you know, that happened last season too. Charles was kind of doing better at the beginning. Sainz was, you know, kind of there or abouts. And by the end, he actually outbeat Charles. So, you know, anything is possible. But this season is great. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you take away from this race, and what do you take away from this season so far? Be sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Help me continue to bring all these videos to all of you, and be sure to hit that like button as well. That said, I will see you all next time. Till then, it's lights off and away I go.